This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning everyone. Welcome in the great morning, of course, here Monday on Sabi Sand's WildEarth Safari Live. We are having Kalamba in front of us. She looks like she's really hunting in the area. It's really a pleasant morning. From myself, Rexton, of course, we are looking forward to really follow this leopard. And Craig behind the camera, we are keen that we has to see what she's gonna bring us and what she's up to. Actually, look like she's really focusing something out in the bush here. It could be something small that we cannot see. It's a great morning. Before we go far, please don't forget to send question, #WildEarth on Twitter. If you're under age of 18 years, please pop us an email, kidsquestion@wildearth.tv. Please also don't forget to register on WildEarth website and head over to the channel page. Submit your question. We're looking forward for question and comments for morning. We are lucky we have Kalamba. Last 2 days, of course, we have witnessed Kalamba with the cubs on the kill. Who knows, today it might be a kill around in the area. She might really join the cub and come back. Let's treat this sighting, of course, with respect. As she's hunting, we're not going to move. We'll wait until a leopard show what might be after. It could be impala. It could be a baby nyala. You know that nyala, in most cases, they prefer thicket. It could be a baby kudu. I would be so much glad to see that. Yesterday afternoon, we have seen almost the kill with Maries. It was very exciting. We feel like we are very lucky for the last 3-4 days with leopards around here in Sabi Sand. Look how she's moving. She's very, very silent and able to move slowly, swift and silent. It means that whatever is getting hunted is close by. She's disappearing slowly, but at least we know that the leopard is there. We can see the movement of grass. Jessica, we really love your comment. Yes, of course, starting with Kalamba, it's one of the most beautiful a day. It shows like we'll have a wonderful day today. I know that looking for other lions and leopards in the area, it might be possible found in the western sector of our property. Today, of course, a little bit thundering, overcast. It could be one of the best weather for all cats. You only see the head and this black spot behind the ears. That helps also our side. We are not wild animals, but that is a follow mechanism. We'll use that black spot in the thicket like this. As we can focus on that, we'll know what the leopard up to. It tells, because over many years learning about leopard, something that she's concentrating is not behind her, it's almost right in the front. So the vehicle itself is not disturbing by the look of the thing. If you look at that black spot from lions and leopard, cheetah, if you don't see that, you know that you're interfering. At the moment, we're not interfering on the leopard. She's really focusing on something ahead. I'm just thinking or also guessing here. It could be Nyala. Nyala likes the area. Try want to know the location of Kalamba. Unfortunately, I don't have map here. I'm able to show directly live. We are DRC camp, west of DRC. Between Vietela axis, shortcut Galago East. We are on the northern side of Vietela axis as we go into DRC camp, which is WildEarth camp, research camp. Of course, we're not far from the camp, very close. We are just northern side of quarantine, in between the Galaga shortcut pan and the Vietela axis. We are in between of that. A camp is about 300 meters off from here. She's fairly looking direction of the camp. If you keep going, she might end it in a drainage line with DRC new buildings very close to Galago. She might head on that direction. A little bit thick here, but of course we'll try to stay with the leopard. I'm actually happy because now and then you can see she's moving the head a little bit higher and low, which means she can't see whatever she's looking for, but the only thing the prey species might not see. The only thing that we can do wrong here, it could be moving close to her. Let's take this opportunity and cut back to Chris and see what he's up to.
It seems like it's all happening this morning. Well done, Rex, the leopard whisperer. And, well, we're starting off relatively modest with a young elephant bull. It is, in fact, a bull I saw a couple of days ago on quarantine as well. He's got that little floppy ear. His left ear has got that sort of, that floppiness, and he is just slowly walking through quarantine, just obviously dusting himself a little bit. And I think he's just also trying to look for the last remaining marulas that might still be around. Morning, everybody. My name is Chris, and with me today on CamOps is Eckhart. And other than this elephant, our plan today, I think I want to head straight down to the hyena den site. It is a very humid and hot morning, so I don't think there's going to be activity for too long. So I reckon with that in mind, it's probably a good plan then to head down to the hyena den, specifically to see if we cannot get another view of that brand new cub, Corky's brand new little small cub. That would be very much morning done and dusted. We'll watch this young fellow for a bit first. I don't know how Rex can actually sniff out these leopards. That's amazing, isn't it? Like I mentioned, it's a very humid, slightly overcast morning. There is a bit of thunder to the northeast and the southeast. So I would not be surprised if we do get a little shower at some stage today. I think it's a good time to head over to Kelly to say good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Dam Cam here at Djuma in the Sabi Sands. Chris, I think you might be right. Maybe there is some rain a little bit later. I've been sitting here. There was some lightning in the sky in the distance. And Rexon, you are 100% right. We have been so lucky lately with leopard activity in the area. I'm so jealous. I haven't seen any of your beautiful leopards since I've been here this time. But I'm super excited to maybe go out and see if we can find someone this afternoon. I've had a look around this morning. There's not too much action here on Damcam. We've got our hippo in the middle here. I haven't done my Egyptian goose check yet. I haven't managed to find them. There's lots, you can see lots of ripples on the water here. Could be fish coming up, could be insect larvae. But it is indeed a beautiful morning. It was very hot here yesterday. And it's nice to have a little bit cooler weather this morning.
Look at that, it's amazing. Wow, hey.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live.
Oh, that's cool. Just in there.
And the black mamba's going up the tree and the mongoose is attacking it.
Gonna pounce again.
Sure, you can all agree with me. It's not a bad start to our Wednesday morning.
Something that I have never seen before in my entire life that you are now watching live.
Look at that. It's just beautiful. Fantastic display by a little herd of springbuck.
How is this view?
My heart is in my mouth, everybody.
Amazing, they've locked their tusks together. You can hear the cracking branches.
It is so incredible to spend this time so close to an African penguin, and it's completely unfazed by my presence whatsoever.
How insane is that animal?
Amazing.
Awesome. It is fantastic to watch.
Well, now we've got a tug of war between mom and daughter, look.
I'm just at a loss for words. That's just incredible to see that.
Welcome back. We are still at Lumber. She has chosen the area where the grass is very long. You can see just the tip of the tail or ears flickering. It's really very interesting. This leopard, when it gets here, she was like stalking and all that. Suddenly, we have witnessed the testiculars, ratting testiculars. There were 2 or 3 of them coming to the point and start to give that alarm call. And one particular testicular was keeping flying, hovering on top of the leopard, going in circle, come from the same spot. Is how actually identify danger or let the presence of danger to the whole society of testiculars and other species that benefit from the alarm call, who might be prey species. It could be impala, it could be grey decker, it could be anyone that been notified in the area that's danger. And due to that, I've seen Talamba, she went down flat. I'm not sure whether it's Talamba or Tandi, but by the look of the thing, you still have to wait for a sign to rise in order to get close. But the way it looked like a very slow leopard. I doubt it's Kalamba. at the moment, but who knows? It was very dark from the beginning when we get to see this leopard. It could be here, Tlalamba, but I don't have binoculars that I can really zoom straight direct to the ears. You know, the Tlalamba ears still fluffy. Tandy is a little bit more tutted and all. The hair is all orphaned. A lot of things that you can see that tells history on the ears itself. That is an old leopard. But who knows? We'll wait for a clear visual of this species when we get to move, and we can tell where exactly. But we're just hoping and guessing could be Tlalamba because it was dark. Tlalamba, she's very active around in the area. They do use the coat.
Leopards use birds.
Not really. The calls of birds doesn't really attract other species, of course, but it really tells the presence of danger in the area, that the danger is in the surrounding. That the antelope, they will know that in this area, it's a ratting season, alarm call from this species. They trust on them because it's not really something that they will do it for pleasure. It's like, here's the danger. As you can see, Woodlark Creek is just showing you the ratting testicular that's sitting right at the edge of the tree, giving that alarm call. It's very similar if you look at the go-away bird. When they give alarm call, it's a forked-tailed drongo. It's something that's trusted by the antelope in the area to know that the surrounding is not clear. The surrounding now, it has an intruder. Then the antelope will move out of the area. Why it's like this? The testiculars and the other species, of course, they do lay eggs and have chicks. Sometimes it might find that the testicular nest is above the ground level, 1.5 meters. If there's a chicks there, a leopard can harvest. That's the reason all the time when they get to see any form of danger, they will signal that. They will make and show that other species, they are aware about it. Look at the leopard also respected that because these testiculars are giving alarm call, indication of danger. A leopard flat down, sleeping or waiting until the testiculars get tired of calling. They know that they'll move out of the area. They cannot stay longer than whatever they want to see a leopard done hunting in the area, catching insects and seeds to eat. A leopard will get up. Soon everything is quiet. Leopard will get up and move. Let's link back to Kelly and see what might be around the Gari Dam itself. Very busy area.
Rexon, I 100% agree. Stay with your leopard a bit longer. Rexon's been doing incredibly well with leopards of late. Fantastic, and what he says is correct. We often use bird calls, monkey alarm calls, impala alarm calls. Often we use these to find predators, especially at this time of year. The grass is so thick, you could drive past a leopard if it was 3 meters from you. So if you use the birds and the other animals to locate these predators, it's really, really helpful. I actually found an owl yesterday, a little tiny owl around the camp. The birds were calling and shouting and making noises, and I went and had a look, and sometimes they will do it for a leopard, sometimes they will do it for a snake. And yesterday they were alarm calling for a little tiny owl. I'm not sure which owl it was, but it was a little small one resting in the branches there. So definitely a good idea to use especially birds to pick up on if there's any danger in the area. I'm waiting for someone to maybe come and drink this morning. I've seen no movement so far. other than our Hippo was back in the water by the time I got here. Sometimes if you're very early you will catch hippos making their way back to the water after their night out grazing. And he'll probably be staying in there for most of the day. It was super hot yesterday, so maybe he went out a little bit later than usual yesterday. Bali, yes, it's such a pretty area. It's a really nice spot and lots of activity. I think Chris had all sorts going on here yesterday. Very exciting. But it's really nice to just sit and watch. You know, if you're in vehicles, you can, you know, stop and just stay in one place. But here you've got no choice. And it just gives you time to focus on the small things, and you also get a chance to get some sort of understanding of movements. I'm still looking for who's that over there? I still haven't found my Egyptian geese this morning. It's quite difficult when the light's still quite low. But yes, in Bali, you're right. It's a beautiful spot. I'm going to carry on to see if I can't find my family of Egyptian geese and see what else comes to drink.
Welcome back.
How are you?
We baba swatike emsabeni, we baba babansati banhlupha, we baba abafika endlini yami awungathi bangafike kathitimela, we baba how city was a Friday, my darling. Was a Friday.
This is that one, I don't know if you've seen guys make soap out of the leaves.
Yeah. My sweetie. Was a Friday.
For those of you who love to join us on safari here on WildEarth, we have some news.
This is incredibly exciting.
The team have trawled through the archives and found the very best of Safari Live from over the years.
Come and disperse it.
With locations such as the Masai Mara in Kenya.
You can see how close he is from where I am.
Tswalu in the Kalahari.
It is absolutely incredible.
And of course, Pinda and Ngala right here on our doorstep.
Listen.
We have hours of great entertainment that is now playing on our channel. Catch up with guides from the past and of course your favorite animal characters.
It's happening. I've never seen this before.
The best of Safari Live will be broadcast on WildEarth channel daily, so jump on board and join us down memory lane. Times for this brand new series are on our website.
Guys, just watch what's happening. See, watch the elephants, watch the lions. See, the first ones to run are the cubs.
Can you see them? They are right here.
I'm not sure how scared you were, but I was quite nervous. But absolutely incredible.
Expect the unexpected.
Welcome back. We have managed to identify this leopard here, Tandy. Tandy is the one of the old female mother of Maritz. We have seen Maritz yesterday. Let me reposition the vehicle and able to follow up and see what she's up to. As she's going, let me go to the left of the termite then we can able to see exactly what he's after. Look like Craig can see the leopard going down. We are facing towards Galagopan. Everyone interested of our location, she might be really going there. She was somewhere here. Oh, here she's coming. Very old female. Sometimes you would never ever blame to the age of the leopard. They tend to be slow when it comes to hunting, but she will really perfectly use the experience than the energy. Using experience most of the time you're more successful, but also using energy, it might help you where you're not supposed to make a kill. It can happen because you are so fast and able to run down the animal. But the all experienced leopards, they take time. Leopards are very, very, sometimes when it comes to hunting, they're a lot more patient. They can take time, of course, and they want to make sure and benefit. They will never ever invest the power on something that they will never ever regain back. So you tend to see leopards, especially in her age, she'll move quietly, slowly, but she's going to achieve in the end of the day. Tandy, mother of Kalamba. We're all really wishing to see Tandy, and we heard that she was moving out of the area, heading south. We were all concerned. I have concern about her life going in the area where she was going south. In the new area, possible it might happen that she get challenged by the new males or new females on that area and get killed. We have seen that where Tingana has killed Shiluva. Shiluva to one of the old females, almost in the age of Tandy, and we don't know what happened, why Tingana have killed that particular leopard. She was calling that morning, early in the morning, like as it is, and sent marking, and Tingana get that, and he really responded and irritated. You can see, I mean, we have witnessed that he was salivating and going to the female, bumped to the female, he just went and killed the female easily. So it can happen to Tandy because it's in the nature of a dominant male, of course, but especially having an old female that is not going to be on oysters, and really in the area where supposed to be having a new leopard on that area in order to mate with the dominant male. He don't want to waste time. Just simple remove that female out of that area. Interesting. Look like she's flat down. Duffy, yes, your Queen Tandy, she's back. Everyone is more excited to see. It's also from our side, I mean, learning from the leopard itself, how many years that the leopard will live. This is one of the practical examples that we're all going to learn from Tandy. Sometimes we'll refer in a book that will estimate or basic knowledge. Here we need to have proper knowledge how long the leopard will live in the area, how many years, of course, and of course we have WildEarth, which is documenting everything. As we are now with Tandy here, this data will be also documented because Tandy looks like she is now moving out in the area. It looks like yes, her age is going to affect her quite a lot, but hope she's still around. You can see the good camera work, Craig. Really, barely it's very difficult to follow Tandy in this kind of thicket. It's very thick, and the color of the leopard is well blended into the environment. Very easy grass colors and all these green depths that you see and dead mature trees, grayish in color. It's such a confusion to follow a leopard with the camera looking at the screen. It's not easy. James research said it's in Sale. We have been able to see from the face. If it's in Sale, will really, really amazing. It might be. She caught something. You can hear that. Let me reposition. She just caught something here. Well done, Sally. And because it's very warm, almost in the age of Tandy, and we're hoping only leopard that will be here, it's Tandy in this age. But look at how nature reveals us negatively. And Sella, she's never been in the area. Sella, she's more almost to the north of the property, Befesuk. And now she's back into Western Ghana. I will never deny this, because this area, of course, we have more leopard. In the vicinity of Djuma is where all the drainage lines are, and quite thick in the surrounding, and really it's loved by leopards. You'll get to see different leopard. I've seen Moya here quite time, and Sela is coming in. I only seen Sela down more to the north, and now she's in the area. Soon she tests this ground, and she's gonna live in it. Look how leopard can survive. Kill something small, banded mongoose. You'd never ever believe that this leopard was moving here in the tall grasses slowly but sure. The experience of this leopard shows that she's a lot more experienced, because it's one of the old female that she's been around here. Sela is a leopard that comes from west. Her mother, I believe, is Salayeshe, if I'm not making a mistake. These are all leopards that it's been followed up for many years around the Sabi Sands. The banded mongoose is not yet dead. Oh, correct. Let me read. Marianne is the nature of a leopard. They're very fast. If they want to make a kill, of course, they disappear like a lightning. They're so fast, because you never know, if they slow, they can lose. So they have to run. You know, leopard can go up to 80 kilometers per hour if they really have to chase. But it's such amazing. She started to feed at the moment. I will take this opportunity and link to Chris and see what's up to. Maybe Kalamba.
Nice corky. Right, our plan paid off. It definitely paid off. And there's quite a few hyenas around here at the moment. Looks like it's corky in there. A ribbon and another hyena, which I think was hot, smelled something, and they were very interested in something to our south, but very clearly very interested, and that might be something to investigate, as it might be a kill of some sorts. So no visual on the tiny one yet. Ribbon and Heart's cubs are around. I saw all three of them. One just came out, as you saw just now. There's just too much happening at the moment. But I'm very interested to see what these other hyenas are about and where they're going. Hello, little guy. They're right here at my vehicle now. So it's just too close to get a camera shot on them. Hi there, Justin. And Justin wants to know how long does it take for them to develop their spots. And spots starts appearing at about about three and a half months. But it'll take up to about 6 months before they'll look like actual hyenas. They, at the moment, the older ones are about 4.5, and they still have some dark spots, dark coloration on them. And it'll take up to about 6 months before they'll resemble adult hyenas in terms of their fur. Now, remember yesterday, Rexon had those other two leopards in this vicinity around Twin Dams. So I'm wondering if those other two hyenas, because they were lying here and the wind changed and they literally started sniffing in the air and they just ran off in a southwestern direction. And I think it might just be something worthwhile to investigate. Oh, goodness. Good morning, hyena girl. Yeah, they are growing so quickly here. I'm very interested what these other two hyenas were up to in terms of what they were going after, and we'll go and investigate soon. I think we'll just enjoy this for a bit, and we can always come back. It might just be something even more exciting. Right, it seems like some of our viewers have identified the adult playing with the cubs. It's King Rita. The one adult that left now is definitely Ribbon. And the other one that left, whether you don't see her, looks like it could be. It was either Corky or Heart. It was just too quick. I couldn't see that second one. This is just phenomenal. Look at that. This is super, eh? This is absolutely great value. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just drive around this block a little bit. We know these hyenas are here. And I want to go and investigate what those other hyenas are up to.
Nothing beats sitting around a campfire at night whilst on safari, listening to the calls of the wild and chatting to your guide. If you sign up to be a WildEarth explorer, then you can enjoy this from the comfort of your home. Imagine hearing bush stories from your favorite WildEarth guide and reliving their highs and lows of a life spent in the wild. Every month, WildEarth explorers will be treated to an exclusive fireside chat, special occasions, hot topics, and deep dives into the WildEarth characters.
Everything else is just welling up inside of you, out in nature. You know, some people think I'm weird, but I have an absolute joy. I have a good time.
Now, I enjoyed myself thoroughly today.
WildEarth explorers, it's in your nature.
It has been a wonderful privilege to identify one of our key characters here at Penguin Beach, Peppa, with a very, very distinct facial patterning, as the name would suggest, very peppered and speckled belly. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this penguin does over the next few days and months. Because of those unique markings, it's going to be really, really cool to watch it as it moves around the penguin colony here at Stony Point.
Guys, have a look at what we've got. This is better than my birthday. Look at that. This is the first time that I ever see cubs this small. This is so special. This has officially just become my best sighting of all times.
Tune into WildEarth every single day. It's in your nature.
My name is David, and I love being a cam op because you get a front row seat to all the best sightings that WildEarth has to offer. Sharing it with everyone else, well, that's a perk too. What makes the WildEarth experience magical? Well, it has to be the fact that it's live and interactive. The sighting that'll be ingrained in my brain for life, watching a lioness kill 3 wildebeest during the migration in the space of about 20 minutes. My spirit animal, that has to be a monkey.
Welcome back from Sala. She's now and then just giving a little bit of a headshot that everyone that join us, if Sala is your first time to see the leopard, of course, the eye on the right hand side or right ear is really damaged from the right eye is damaged from the fight. I believe that happens to the west. I never know what happened, but look like, according to the information, she was protecting the cubs from the dominant new male that comes in the surrounding. People knows what happened more than I do, especially down in the west. Or it might be someone that have information to also really share with us. It's really amazing female. At her age, look how active when it comes to hunting. She's very active. Very, very active, and I believe she still have to live a little bit longer, unless if she's in an area where competition is very high from leopard, lions, elephant, and other species, of course, because they really compete. If she is in a less area where it doesn't have much competition, she's going to live a little bit longer. Like Tandy and other leopards, of course, have been in the area for a while. We know that the longest female that live in the area, it was Safari female. Safari female, one of the female, of course, that she was very well known, mother of Corula in the area. And all these notorious female that are around in the area, it comes from the bloodline of Safari female. She was one of the best, of course. She was having one eye like Sele, that also she loses the eye from defending the cubs. Good mothers all the time, they suffer from dominant males, especially when it comes to dominance. The new male come to take over. You tend to see some of the female that genetically strong, healthy, they can stand the ground and fight back for a male not to kill the cubs. It happens, and she may save the cubs by so doing. Stella, I've seen her mating down in the north once before with Hlangula, and I hope and believe Hlangula is more into the north. He's not really active around in that area. It's quite a lot of competition of young males that comes in, like as we've seen yesterday, 2 young males get in the same area, live in the same area, in and out. That can also create competition amongst females. If females do have cubs, that kind of a behavior, if Maribs and Shasha, what if it's a young leopard or cubs, what's going to happen? The young male will kill the cubs if the mother is not around. So in most cases, leopard compete themselves in the area. They kill one another. It is very practical. And of course, because having other species as a hyena, lions, and all that, it really also contributes into a bigger picture of leopard getting killed in the area. Hyena kill a lot of leopard cubs in the area, and the lions too, they do the same. So chances of youngster to survive in the area depend on the mother, how the movement of the mother and how good is the mother. For instance, let's take an example with Kalamba. She looks like she's the best mother. There's been a lot of leopard in and out in the area. Tavangume, all this turtle span, and this Shasha, all these males, young males that are not part of, or they're not fathering their cubs, she's really protecting those cubs very well. She keep them in different areas, hunting successful, and of course, we're looking forward for them to grow up to adulthood. And I was hoping Stella, she might have little ones, but look like it doesn't work down in the north. You never know, she might be coming down here just because of attracted to Mulawati. Meeting with Mulawati, it might bring a peace into their life or into her life, because Mulawati is one of the strong dominant male. If she do settle in one of this area, maybe Mulawati she might be able to see their offspring. Once at the stage, a few months back, I was trekking Sela out from the drainage line from the north, and I was hoping that she's having a youngster because I've seen her heavily pregnant, and after that we realized she's more active in one particular area where she might having cubs at time. We'll be linking back to Chris and see if he's still with the hyenas or not.
Well, that explains what the hyenas were up to. There is a leopard up in a tree, and this is exactly the direction that they were pointing towards. And there we go. I'm not exactly sure yet who it is. There's some other vehicles that's joined us here as well, but the reports are that it could possibly be Tlalamba. We'll take a look as soon as we can see her face. It's obviously up in the tree, so very tricky area to maneuver here. Good morning, James. Yes, James Richard. Always nice to hear from you. And yeah, it's certainly leopard luck this morning, hey? And the sighting is right on our boundary, so there might be a little bit of traffic, but we'll manage. Just wanted to look at her so we can confirm who she is, but yeah, the report of some of the guys around's got a better view. Claims that it is Tlalamba, so I'm going to take their word for now. It's amazing, those hyenas, I mean, you didn't see that, but they literally were straight en route here. Good day, Katie Cat, and she wants to know how much does a leopard need to eat in a day to survive. Now, basically on large predators like lion and leopard, you look at about 5% of the body weight per day, which in her case is probably around about 40 kilogram. So you work out about 2.5 kilogram of meat per day. All right, but that's a statistic. There we can see her face. I can't see nothing, as I just got this very tiny little screen, which doesn't really show much contrast. Yeah, we're looking at 2 to 3 kilogram a day in case of a female, if you go on what we call the maintenance diet. The problem is you're not going to catch, basically, you can't catch 2 kilogram every single day. I mean, that's near impossible. It's going to cost you too much energy. So therefore, if you catch an impala, she's going to fill herself up and then just keep topping up until the impala is finished. That's also obviously if she's secured it up in a tree. So therefore, that meal will be good for a couple of days. Looks like Tlalamba. Could take a big male leopard that goes up to about 4.5 kilos per day, or the maintenance diet as such. If you took a lioness, for instance, we're looking at about 6. If you took a big male lion, and you took a big male lion, that maintenance diet goes up to about 7, 8, 9. Oh, here we go. Seems like quite a lot of our viewers, Shreyas, James Richard, a couple of others are also in agreement that this is in fact Tlalamba. And she's moved quite far south, I must say. When we're right on the southern border, just on the firebreak parallel to Gary, Main. such a beautiful, almost quintessential like leopard image, that. Alright, she's just gone down. I'm going to have to try and reposition. She might cross our boundary. Werken, nou. Het zo omgaan hoor. Alright, I'm going to try and get around. She's heading towards our boundary. I won't guarantee that we can stay with her. She's literally on the boundary at the moment. Which is good. I mean, if we've got another one with Rex.
I'm going to just take one last step, make your way, and I'll be out. Oh, thanks. I'm to the west of Trafficking on Galilee now. We have present more interested from the reservations.
Because she's still on the road up ahead. This is on the boundary, so we don't have any jurisdiction here. So this is essentially a public road. Just a word of advice that we might not be able to control every single or the amount of cars here. So if it gets too crowded, I might actually just give her a bit of space.
Lying on the ground. Hello?
Hi everybody. All right, let's see what's unfolding. Yeah, we'll be back just now.
Thanks, number one.
At WildEarth, our explorers are treated to a weekly newsletter, bursting with fascinating features and never-seen-before snippets. Recently, we have added some brand new sections which we think you will love. Find out what happens behind the scenes with our crew when they are not live on WildEarth. Have a giggle at our moments of the week from both Safari and Penguin Beach. And Ranger Steph answers your questions with fascinating and in-depth explanations as to the whys and hows of nature.
20 yards away from one of the most endangered species.
All of this and more delivered to your inbox every week. So what are you waiting for? Head over to our website, sign up to be an explorer, and join the adventure. WildEarth Explorers, it's in your nature. Wildlife trafficking remains a growing problem in South Africa, and often made worse by the way the media portray this complex issue. WESA, the Wildlife and Environment Society of South Africa, in partnership with WWF South Africa and supported by USAID, have recently embarked on a program whereby they train reporters to better tell stories of wildlife trafficking.
In my community, wildlife conservation is mostly something other people do, and I would like to change that. My name is Iman Singli. I told people I met that the pangolin is one of the most trafficked animals on the planet. But what is a pangolin, they said? Why is it in danger? This is what made me decide that the pangolin story must be told. If we are to play a part in preventing the extinction of this animal, then we must all be part of the battle.
A partnership between WWF South Africa and WESA, supported by USAID.
This warthog is in big trouble. He's got elephants all around. What are you going to do there, big guy?
What are you gonna do? Oh, he's pretty brave though. Oh man, he's not even moving. Look, that elephant is trying his best, but that warthog ain't budging. That's madness. That's so funny. And we have a winner. The warthog wins the standoff.
Expect the unexpected.
Guys, welcome back from Kalambo, one of the my favorite leopards in the sands, and we are now still the Nsele female. She looked like she's just found something on the ground and busy crunching, eating. I'm not sure what might be. She just come from the area where she made a kill of banded mongoose. Look like she's gonna spend time here. She's going from one bush to another with the area here. Could be where the banded mongoose prefer quite a lot to be in this area, so she knows you get a lot of scent in the surrounding. They're not yet active, but of course it can be something that a leopard can tell exactly what's going on. If you lift the scent on the head and get the scent and directly moving in the area. So quite a lot of fallen logs. It could be a lot of things that might be dwelling around in the area. That's the reason it's so highly important to have the Loxosonta africanus. He had created a home for small creatures as far as banded mongoose. They're all like living in the fallen trees here where the leopard is look like busy hunting. We'll try to reposition ourselves. She's back. I can see there she likes to go back where she was before. So let's reposition ourselves. Maybe we might get to see another kill. Who knows? But I hope soon she moves out of the area, she will be in the area where we can able to view this leopard. I just hope she's not going to spend the rest of the morning in the thicket like as it is at the moment. It's really not looking great. But she's more into an open patch. Let me position myself. Wow, looks like she's really deep into the thicket. You never blame, because this is where she's hunting. She's very old. Of course, hunting something small, it can really keep him going for a day. If it's not impala head or anything big, banded mango scrub hair, and a lot more access to mashing, it's something that can make this leopard survive and being healthy. That's one thing, good thing of the leopard. The leopard can hunt from big to small in order to survive. That's the reason sometimes you find a mother leopard can be really get the youngster to be independent in the age of 10 months, less than that, 11 months. But the youngster, they're going to survive because they might hunt something, as you can see, in Sela, what is happening here. It's banded mangoes. Banded mangoes is something that it might be weigh maybe 1.5 kg. There's something that leopard have benefit. A big leopard need at least a lot of meat in order to survive. So then, to keep him here actually surviving, he has to hunt quite few of that. You never know. I'm just guessing maybe 1 kg. It could be less, maybe 900 grams or even less than that. Who knows? Wow, Nsele. Let's link back to Chris and see. Maybe Kalamba might give us a kill this morning.
Right, out of luck. She crossed straight into Little Gowrie, southwards. So we do not have access to that area, unfortunately. A little bit of a bummer, but you know what? We had a good short sighting. Even a short sighting of a leopard's always great. And I mean, we've got Nsele as well with Rex. So we're all good. And in fact, there's a couple of kudu ahead. Remember, I want to see kudu. We saw the bulls here the other day, and now we've got the females. We'll stop here for a brief moment. And now I said we would like to return to the hyena den. Oh, there's some more leopard tracks here as well, which I'll have to check out. But we had some faint audio of lions to our east. Now, it was very faint, and my suspicion is that it's too far east, not actually on Djuma, but just to be sure, I'm just checking our eastern boundary, cheetah cut line. So let's just watch the kudu for now. I do see some leopard tracks coming down here, but I suspect it is tlalambas. Good morning, Nadia. The name kudu is derived from an old name from a tribe of people that lived there called the Khoi, one of the indigenous people that lived in the southern parts of South Africa, and their name for this animal was kudu. Not the way we spell it, we spell it very different, but it sounds very similar the way it's pronounced. And obviously we just sort of created a sort of an English pronounceable version of the word that they used for this animal. All right, I want to investigate these leopard tracks that I just saw on the road. Talking about leopard, let's go and see what Nsele is up to.
Welcome back to Nsele. Yes, Nsele, she's up to heading east at the moment. It looks like she's now out from the thicket, lying down and grooming itself, and all this blood that really from the bended mongoose is how actually leopard does in nature. It cleans itself, grooming, and get ready to move. Maybe she might take us to Gallagher Pan and drink water from the Gallagher Pan. Who knows? Look like a beautiful, beautiful leopard. Of course, her age, look, the condition is very good. I have no doubt that she's still gonna live in the area for a couple of years. Of course, I was really watching her when she moves out into the thicket. Remember, she does have one eye and hunt successfully. It's one of the things that really, if you think about a leopard with one eye out in nature, it might be a little bit disturbing, but she's doing well. You know, look, she's been in account of many things out in nature, lions, other leopards, hyena, but she still survives. It's not, this eye has been like 4 to 5 years, of course, being like that. If I really wants to calculate the years that I've seen her with the eye, it could be roughly 3 to 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. She still do good on a daily basis. She still protect herself. She still go away from danger. So she's doing well. Of course, I just wish for her to settle in the other part of the Djuma Conservancy, because here she might have youngster and be successful. The record of her, no one have seen Nsele with the cubs. The reason in the area where she operates, we don't have trackers or to WildEarth that will follow the leopard on a daily basis and know what's going on. We are lucky having WildEarth and trackers guides that are always keen in follow up on the leopard. That's the reason today we're able to know exactly what's going on with the lumber cubs and all that, and see them and know that they're in the area. So this leopard, she might have cubs and all of them get killed and no one knows exactly what happened. But if she's in the area, it will be something that we will document it, that she met met with Molowati or Nsele, or met with Shasha, all of that, or Tavangume, and the cats were born in this drainage line, which died, and what happened exactly. Something that in a record of a leopard we need to know, because when you follow up the leopard, you will be knowing exactly what she's up to. She's just walking, take it easy, off into the bush. She might get a scent, maybe, you never know. Banded mongols are all ran into the area for safety, and now she's just staying behind them and like to hunt them. Of course, she looks like she'll prefer a thicket. This is one of the leopards, of course, that might really know well the area. The way she's moving is not her first time. So I believe she's been in the area before and knowing exactly what she's going to do and where she's going to come out. Lying down, you see. She's very relaxed. Let me allow we come close and reposition ourselves. She really knows the business of vehicle. She would never be grumpy with us. Okay, just let me know if you're in the best. The huge benefit of all leopards in Sabi Sand following while they're still young with vehicles is something that we witnessed today, or something that we're benefiting today. If you look at the distance of Sutherland allows the vehicle, is such very close distances. It's not really going to be threatened with the vehicle, or vehicle get disturbed on the leopard. Not at all. If anything might want to take place here, for instance, if a lion wants to be in the area, if we've got to spot a leopard, we'll be moving out completely close to the leopard and let the leopard without the vehicle able to identify danger. Even if a hyena comes here, we'll do the same. We will really respect that. But she's so close to a vehicle, about 5 meters away, which is unbelievable.
Welcome to And Beyond Ngala Private Game Reserve, where the magic of Africa comes alive. We are privileged to once again include this magnificent reserve and its array of animals to your screens in our daily live safaris.
On a live drive here in the African wild.
To celebrate, we are offering an unforgettable 3-night stay for 2 at And Beyond Ngala Safari Lodge for one of our lucky explorers. Tucked under a canopy of Mupani and Tambuti trees, Ngala Safari Lodge offers a variety of activities such as twice daily game drives, intimate wildlife encounters, eye-opening bushwalks, and much more. Sign up to be a WildEarth explorer before the 15th of March and you will be entered into the draw. WildEarth Explorers. It's in your nature.
It's the most amazing experience. It's epic to feel the wind in your face, see the animals in their natural environment. My favorite part about today is meeting the wonderful WildEarth team.
Afternoon, Pogs. Welcome.
Hi, Jonty. Lovely to meet you.
Please jump into Wendy.
Cool, thank you. To be able to actually travel on the roads, to feel firsthand what it's like, it was amazing. My mud wallow today was something totally different and beyond my wildest dreams. The reason I got a ticket to Dream was courtesy of my mum, that being my special birthday, 60th birthday, and how much WildEarth has meant to me during quite a hard last year. It's just been the most amazing gift.
This is incredible. Looks like vivid monkeys do sometimes go for swims. And I heard something splash, but we couldn't see what it was in the long grass. Now I just saw that thing swimming there. This is incredible. I hope it gets to the bank. There are crocodiles in this dam. And looks like, you see that monkey climb up into the tree? Wow.
Expect the unexpected here on WildEarth daily.
Well, I am suitably jealous of everyone that's out this morning. Chris and Wrexham having amazing mornings out there with hyenas and hunting leopards and lion tracks and all sorts of things. So I am super jealous, I must admit. I do always wonder what I'm missing out on. They say the only game drive you regret is the one you didn't go on. So I'm very jealous. I haven't actually I've seen one eagle come and go, and we've got a car there, so we'll swing around this way. It's actually quite tricky to get the light on the dam at the moment. The sun is just at a funny angle and it's producing this quite dark light. I'm almost hoping that Wrexham's leopard might come round here for a drink. I know there is another pan, but she's not a million miles from here. But she's got a really nice pan very close to where she is. I've been listening to see where Wrexham is, and I don't think I'm going to get her coming as far this way this morning. But that's all right. It's nice to sit here, and it's changing. The light is changing very quickly on this water. But yeah, it's I've got leopard envy this morning. I would very much like to be behind the wheel. Cat lover, good question. I have watched a leopard hunt fish before, not by swimming after them, but sat at the edge of the water and sort of like a domestic cat would fish in a fish pond. Same technique. And they are good swimmers. You know, they won't swim for fun, but they're very capable of crossing water points. If you think of the jaguars, close family relatives, they spend a lot of time in the water. But no, leopard are good swimmers. They won't hunt fish in the water, but they will definitely hunt fish. And if they did, accidentally fall in or something, which is incredibly unlikely if you're a leopard, they would be absolutely fine. But yeah, I've actually watched a leopard hunt for catfish before. Leopard have got a very varied diet. They've been recorded feeding on many different things, from insects to impala to fish to all sorts of things. So cat lover, yes, leopards can swim. I wonder if there's anything happening at our starling's nest this morning. I have been keeping an eye. I haven't found anything yet. So while I continue looking for starlings, I'm gonna send you back to Chris.
It sounds like the guys with Lalamba said she might have crossed back into Djuma. They couldn't follow her because that particular vehicle didn't have access to our property. So I've got an idea of more or less where. So I'm actually thinking to go back to that area to see if we can't perhaps relocate her. It's sort of just close to our southern boundary with Weaver's Nest. We'll go and see just now, back on the boundary. So if you want to take a look at the map, I can show you more or less exactly what's happening. If Eckhart can sort of zoom in for us here. Just want to get some out of the sun here. Right, so basically our southern boundary there. Where's Twin Dam? So we had her roughly about here somewhere. All right, and then she was walking westwards on Gowrie Main, and then just west of Weaver's Nest Junction, somewhere here. She crossed into Little Gowrie Main, she came back, and just where she's gone north into this block. So perhaps check, Treehouse and Savages. Maybe we're lucky there. It's a big block, so we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Okay. Gonna go through the Mulwati here, so just if we do lose us. Hi everybody, how are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Awesome.
Hi.
We're going to see if we can find that leopard again. Don't know what's going to happen, eh? Sorry, everybody wants to greet when they bypass there. I think that's, I don't know. I'll be back just now. So I'm going to go and see if we can find that cat. It's going to be a long shot, but let's give it a go.
Yeah, Tengana. That's my boy.
It couldn't be a better morning. This is just too special.
Wow, what a way to start off.
Bright colors, and it attracts the insect to the flower, which is exactly what we're watching right now. This is so exciting. There's two. Hello, Mama. It's all good. Hi. Hi.
The smallest baby black-backed jackal I have seen in the wild. Look how full the belly is.
It is so incredible to spend this time so close to an African penguin. They just make me feel alive.
That is incredibly sweet. Grooming each other.
Play is vital. This is how they learn. This is how they would tackle prey.
There you go, there you go. There you go, there you go. Heart is pumping right now.
Look at this, everybody. We got a live kill. There's nowhere to go.
It's just such an incredible privilege to be out here. It just keeps on delivering.
Live.
There she goes, going for the youngster. She got it. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that.
It is insanely good footage.
nothing to report here at DamCam. I'm still hopeful that maybe Rexon's Leopard might make her way down. Also seems like Chris is doing a loop around to see if he can't relocate to Lamba, which would be absolutely fantastic. It is nice here to see the dam nice and full though. It means lots of activity often occurring around water points, but this time of year there are pans and dams scattered throughout the property. There's many pans. Actually, what is creating the bubbles in the water? Good question. Let's have a look at our bubbles in the water. They could be coming from fish. So there could be catfish in here, but there could also be much smaller fish creating those bubbles. There was one that just came up on the left there. It could be insects or larvae of insects breaking the surface. It could be insects landing on the water from above. Often you'll find little things like lacewings or small winged insects that will land on the surface of the water, and then they'll get stuck there. They can't take off again, and that will be when you start seeing the swallows coming down to feed on them. But yeah, it's probably a combination of fish and insects, I would think, that are making those bubbles. Let's have a look. I know there's sometimes a pair of blacksmith's lapwings that hang around here. Nope. I mean, there must be, apart from the big dams on Djuma at the moment, if I was going to guess, there must be 10 or 12 smaller little pans. So I would call a pan anything that definitely dries up seasonally, but much smaller. But there's places for animals to drink. I know yesterday Rexon was also watching some elephants splashing in. They were actually in a little side pan from one of the main dams, and they will spend time splashing. But I have been scanning around, and other than the very brief eagle that was then chased away by our Egyptian geese, I've had no visitors this morning. It's good to have a look in these dead log piles. Check for lizards, or I think there might be a squirrel's nest in here. Those tree squirrels that I believe are now called Smith's bush squirrels. I've got some little babies in here. In the meantime, I will send you all back over to Chris to see where he's got to.
Alright, so we're just working around the area around Treehouse Dam. It seems like Lamba has crossed into that salmon block that I showed you on the map. Direction Treehouse Dam. It's a relatively big block, so just literally checking it out, and we'll just briefly stop here at Treehouse Dam and see what we can see, if there's any birds or anything. Oh, there are some birds. Let's play a bit of birding today. Just briefly, we're on a search for leopards. If nothing comes out, we'll probably try and head back and see if there's anything on the clan. Right, let's see what what birds are here today. Alright, so we've got a blacksmith lapwing. Usual suspects. I think it might be... What's that?
Nigel.
I think it's another hyena here. Saw something move there at the inflow of the dam. We'll check it out now. Saw something move there. I mean, it's quite... Oh, there we go. That's it. Another hyena. Yeah, certainly a lot of hyenas around today. Right, we're going to just sit here for a bit. See if our leopard's not going to emerge here, but let's head over to Rex and see what he's doing with his leopard.
Welcome back. We are still with this leopard. You can see lots of grass behind, and he's still lying down flat. He's not going to move by the look of the thing. If he keeps like this in the next 5 minutes, we'll also decide we might leave and sell it, because it's really in the area where she is, it's not an easy view for ourselves. That's the reason we are at the vehicle, so living in the area. We want to find something that really share with the world. The best sighting, of course. Sally look like she will be in the area for a while. What we need to do, we need to track her, and this is one of the difficult leopard look, but the look of the thing, because she is really prefer very thick, tall grasses. Is how actually, in most cases, she rely on getting to this thing for her defense. If, of course, walking here, if it's not another leopard, it's also going to be difficult for other leopards if she moves in terrains like this, where it is tall grasses, thick, and really takes time not to move quite a lot. It might also confuse other leopards. She have done this, she's normal doing this in most cases. That's the reason she prefers. She's not just going away from vehicle. She's in the area where she prefers quite a lot of like this. It's one of the leopard. We might, if you didn't have a name, Sally, we'll name it Shatini. Shatini means thicket. All the time she like in a thicket. You'll see the grass and a bit of movement, because really lots of flies that can really bother her. If she twitches the ears and also the tail, you just see the grass movement all the time. But by the look of things, she looks like she can be a very good mother. And we're looking back to Chris and see what's happening at the time. We'll be for the next 2 minutes. If not, we're gonna leave and sell it.
That other Lela to the west of Weaver's Nest. I'm not too sure it's that one. Where there's Mudwallow and Jackal berry. I've got him here. Zulu.
Okay, copied. You mind if I respond there? What's the vehicle movement?
Yeah, make your way. You're helping me, yeah, so make your way, join you.
Okay, so from Weaver's Nest, that road that goes west?
Yeah, so when you come into the fire break from Weaver's Nest and you go west, I come all along the fire break, then there's another road that then goes back into Djuma. I'm on that road. There's a Mudwallow with a big jackalberry there.
Okay, copy it. I'll be there soon. Right, we might just be in store for another surprise.
With Marit, I'd like to respond to that.
So we're gonna see what's in store for this morning. It seems like it's all happening. Right, just spoken to some of the guys on the radio. And it seems like we might, this morning might just get even better. Right, so we're gonna leave the Zahina.
Sorry that you must take one, so I didn't know Pete was making space for Roy to come into Djuma.
Right. Like always, I'm going to keep this as a surprise. Alrighty then. It's not yet. I think they're just doing some birding. Right, sorry, there's a bit of traffic today. Yeah, so there is a potential surprise in store. I might just need probably about 5 or 10 minutes to get to the surprise. Some more basil. Gonna keep that. Right, so in order to give me some time to get to this potential surprise, oh, son, let's head over to Rex and see if there's any change in Selly's movement.
Welcome back from Chris. We have Sella here. She just moved slowly as we stopping here. She just went in the middle of this. She might come out. Let's see. By lying down flat, I thought maybe it will be improvement when it comes to her movement, but she's just tucked in the middle of this thicket. Unbelievable. She's well blended. I don't think if we live in the area there will be any vehicle that will be able to find her. It's not an easy area. That it's getting hot, although in the area I believe that she might spend the rest of morning in the area, unless if she has to go down to the water. It will be the only area that guys can enjoy this sighting. Otherwise she's gonna be in the thicket for the rest of the day. If Impala walks in the area on the road, she'll be in the business. She might make a kill. You know that it's very thick at the present moment. Impala concentrated on the road all the time. Anything likes to walk on the road. I've seen Impala moving from one area to another, using the road in order to get to that particular area. You don't see nothing. Yeah. What are we gonna do, guys? Let's try our luck on something else. You'll never know what might be in the surrounding. Of course, we might get to see. We'll just put the bush communication. I'll write a telegram here to the guys when they get into the area. They will know exactly where to look. This is how we communicate out in nature. It tells right there if it's pointing in this direction. It tells exactly. We're gonna look back to Kelly and see. It's getting warm. What is coming around Gary Dam?
Rexon, I'm so jealous. You have been doing so well with these leopards lately. I've been here for a while now and I still haven't managed to see a leopard out on drive. I do have a watch for these starlings in this starling's nest, but I didn't see any activity. Looking out the window as well as looking on Dam Cam here, and it does look like there's a little bit of a breeze. Tyler, the best part of being a guide on Dam Cam, I think one of the, to be honest, what I really enjoy is when questions come through. A lot of the questions really get you thinking, and you actually get an opportunity to, if someone asks a question, what do leopards eat or something, then I will respond with what I know, and then when I've answered that question, I go away and do more reading about it straight away, which I find really interesting. Often when we're out in the field and someone asks a question, someone will ask something and you answer and you give your knowledge, but you don't get a chance in that moment to go away and learn more. And I love learning, and the questions I find really stimulating, and it's good for me to go away and learn even more than I already know because of people's questions. And I also quite like the element of I can be sitting here on a frame, and when you're in the bush, you scan all the time, you keep looking around from side to side, up, down, but you can't do that here on Dam Cam. You've just got your frame and then suddenly something turns up. That's very exciting. So that's a really good question. Thank you for asking. But for me, the questions make it, because it gives me a chance to learn and understand even more. I will have another little pan around here and see if anyone might be arriving anytime soon.
Do you dream of traveling to a far-flung wilderness location where life continues as normal? A place where you can escape to nature and breathe. If you become a WildEarth explorer, then this could soon become a reality. Subscribe today and stand a chance to win regular travel prizes. WildEarth Explorers, it's in your nature.
Stanley is such an awesome African penguin, and personally, my favorite. I love Stanley because of that amazing plumage variation, that beautiful broad black breastband with the cutest little white heart directly in the middle. And Stanley plays hard to get, but we are so happy to have him down here at Stony Point and can't wait to share Stanley's life with you.
It's a legless skink, but I'm trying to identify this snake that's come out. Oh, no ways. It's decided to leave. Go off the road, making way for it, and then we'll carry on. Funniest question I've been asked. There have been so many. You can almost do a little anecdote book just on guest questions. Sort of been asked, do you know which trees do elephants roost in? That's a tough question to answer with a straight face. Someone asked me if a windsock was for feeding giraffes.
The bushwalk feed allows the camera person some creative license. This is my favorite style of shooting. You have to be mentally and physically prepared. You're shooting handheld in some very strange and contorted positions, always with a straight back, often in the squat position, low to the ground. The creativity comes down to the relationship and sync you have with your presenter. The more you understand each other, the more you'll be able to tell the story seamlessly.
Well, there's the surprise, people. There's the surprise. Leopard number 3 for Djuma today. How insane is that? Alright, the reports came in that it's Maribs. And we'll just wait for it to look at us. I mean, if anybody can look at it from the side and positively ID it, it would be great if we can do that. We know that both Maribs and Shasha was in the area yesterday. But amazing, how's it that with 3 different individual leopards between Rexon and myself this morning on Djuma property. Unbelievable. And we're actually not that far from where Tlalamba was lost. Although a little bit further west. Okay, a couple of our viewers that's in agreement that it is Maribs. Thanks, James Richard. Yeah, no, when I came into the sighting, he did look at me, and I could see that it very much looked like him. And as you all know, this is my favorite young male. Oh, 3 leopards, Ntsele, Tlalamba, and now Maribs. So number 2 for us, number 3 for the property today. And then you go for a week without seeing one. Good morning, Earl. Earl says we're really getting a treat this morning. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not every day you get to see 3 leopards in one tribe. 3 different leopards. I mean, this is the second one for us. And hyenas. And we saw an elephant. It's an absolute belter of a drive. I just love it the way they lie in those trees, eh? Good morning, Annabelle. Annabelle wants to know if sleeping leopards ever fall out of the tree. I've never seen it, to be honest with you. I don't think I've seen footage of it, but I assume it's probably not impossible. I'm sure somewhere along the line it's happened. What I have seen is leopards falling out of a tree where they chose the wrong branch and it broke. I've seen that before. That's one of the reasons they like these Maruda trees, because even those upper branches are relatively strong and usually still fairly thick, so it's still a very nice little, balance act that they can perform there. And I mean, that's what leopards do. It's how they are made. is to sleep up in trees like that. But I'm sure maybe they're going to some deep sleep and dreams, and I'm sure it's possible. It'd be nice to know from some of the other guides if they have ever experienced a leopard falling out of the tree while sleeping, you know. It surely would be funny. Quite a hot morning. Remember this morning I said it's very humid, relatively hot. So, multiple purposes why I would be up in that tree. Hello, Sammy. Sammy, who's 10 years old, also sent us a question, and she wants to know if leopards ever get pins and needles. Sammy, I honestly don't know if they do, but I mean, in a way they build very similar to us. I mean, they're all, you know, I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure they must get pins and needles at times. I mean, that would be near impossible to know, but I'm sure they do. For you, I would say yes, they do. Because the boy is now just repositioned. Hello, boy. Just move a touch forward, and then this branch is sort of in our way. Just literally a half a meter, and we'll be good. Oh, sorry. There we go. That's lovely. It's incredible how this thing just fluctuates. You know, you can recall a while back, Steve and myself, how we struggled to find leopard for nearly a whole week. And this last week, we just like literally every single drive we've got leopards. Unbelievable.
When on safari, there's nothing better than an evening spent under the stars chatting around a fire, with the sounds of the wild all around you. If you sign up to be a WildEarth explorer, you can build your own memories by joining our guides for regular fireside chats. Subscription payments can be made by PayPal, credit card, and now bank transfer. WildEarth Explorers, it's in your nature.
I was so excited to come across DJ, or Demi James, Demi meaning half, and that refers to DJ's incomplete upper breastband. And what is so cool is that DJ has been building a nest, and we have also seen DJ hanging out with the partner. I cannot wait to see how the breeding season goes and bring you all the action from Penguin Beach.
The thing I love about Russ is that she's taking good care of us. She gets us to sightings, like we drive over big blocks.
The most memorable experience with Wendy was 2 nights ago. In fact, last night. when I had a flat tire right in the middle of a herd of 400 buffalo and had to change it right there and then. That was by far my most memorable experience with this trusty old girl.
The only tough experience on Rusty would be to forget to charge her.
Well, she's only broken down with me once, and it was basically just a loose steering rod that we fixed in the field.
We use big batteries to power up everything, so if it happens that you don't charge it, she'll die on you, eh?
Since then, she's treated me very well. She's taken me into a number of sightings, and it just seems to keep going.
I am an outdoor photographer, a wildlife filmmaker, and a conservation storyteller. Penguin Beach is going to offer us this really unique opportunity to watch and pick up on the smallest of details in the penguins' lives. It's going to allow us the time to really get to know these penguins well, get to know their story, and get to interpret the little finer details and share that with you with a live TV show and get you to...
Welcome back, joining our Shortcut Galaga ride. We are here looking for possibly anything that might be coming out in the area. It's been long for me, I haven't checked the area. This is one of the areas that reminds me of our beautiful leopard called Tingana. I really prefer this drainage line going down towards Galaga Dam. Or Pan itself. I really love the area. I just spoken to one of the guides outside, also one of the trekker here. Last seen of Tingana, it was around fairly south as far as Lions ends. Really amazing. It looked like he's still surviving by the look of the thing. Never know, but I will find out more about that information. Tingana, one of the best male leopard that we used to have in the area. It just sent memories, of course. I almost remember the old leopards, good leopard that are in the surrounding. Mvula, Tingana, Mafufunyan, Hooks, Hokumuri, and all these leopards. Unfortunately, they're no longer in the area. Some of them, they are late. Some of them, you never know what happens as far as the Tingana is still a little bit debate. You still have to trace that information that they're still alive on that area. I would love to see Tingana back again. We're really amazing leopard. Some of the guys, they have given a nickname of Tingana. Said Jesus. It was his name. All of them, because what happened to that leopard is very, very, very strange. Once at stage, you know that Tingana was very sick and he was almost dying and resurrect again and back into his condition. And it happens, if I'm not mistaken, twice. So it's really a strong leopard. That tells you the leopard sometimes in the area, what we observe, or what we have learned over books and so forth, it can be opposite sometimes. Unbelievable. A leopard can still hold to a tree at his age. It's really, really strange. He was so strong. After he had left the area, he headed down south. I've seen him salivating, scent marking, vocalizing. But when he left in the area here, he was almost moving from one part to another, avoiding to be in the list. Well, Sela, she came all the way down here. Tracks of Sela is right here. I feel it is a big, it looked like a big leopard, like a young male tracks looking. But that's Sela's tracks. I would like to share these beautiful tracks of a leopard that walks here. It looked like the early part of the morning. We came yesterday in the area. Well done, Craig. Whoever doesn't know tracks of a leopard, it looked like that fashion. Almost looked like tracks of the lumber. Almost looked like tracks of cheetah. The way it's really long, such of a tracks that, but sell the tracks look like on that way. Halfish like halfway like look like the young male leopard. So she have a very big set of tracks. it might confuse someone if I take anyone and say, tell me who is Tex. I said, oh, it looks like a young male. That is the Salus Tex. Let's head on, checking around the area. While I'm still talking about all the legends or leopards that used to be in the area, I will be linking back to Kelly and see if Salah pop out on that area. Who knows?
Well, Rexon, you'll be excited to know I found a waterbuck and 2 impala, which is a huge development on what I was seeing before. There's also a blacksmith lapwing down there, I think. So yes, we have some action. I think you guys out there can probably come back now. I think you've probably had more than enough leopards for this morning. I think you should come back. But yes, I've got a couple of male impalas who've just arrived here. I did see a ewe and a little lamb who just ran across there as well. So these 2 male impala, one of them actually had a oxpecker on the top of his head there between his horns. Looked very annoying. And these antelope are often very tolerant of oxpeckers because they're doing them a service, picking the ticks off their skin, and they're both grooming here with those lower teeth. Greg, my favourite antelope species. I think my favourite antelope species is actually a klipspringer. They're small, they weigh about 11, 12 kilograms. You find them often in rocks or up on little koppies or little hills. They're very agile little antelope. They've got teeny tiny little hooves. Their hooves are probably no more than 3 or 4 centimeters, and they bounce. They live up in the rocks, in the koppies, in little family groups of normally a male, female, and sometimes a youngster, and they bounce between the rocks. And their alarm call is a funny high-pitched whistle that I'm not going to attempt to do because it will make me sound ridiculous. But I think my favourite antelope are klipspringers. Very cool little antelope. I also really like kudu. They're very regal and refined and angelic, and they move very gracefully. But klipspringers are tough and bouncy, which I can really get on board with. So thanks for the question, Greg. My favourite antelope are klipspringers. I'd love to hear what everyone else's favourite antelopes are and why. We all have our reasons behind why we have our favourites. I thought it was really interesting what Rexon was saying earlier as well about some leopards not fitting in with what the books say. I've seen many things that don't fit in with what the books say. And also, I think Chris earlier asked, has anyone else ever seen a leopard fall out of a tree? I haven't. I had Liam here with me as well. He's seen a young leopard fall out of a tree, but just playing. So, you know, youngsters are rough and tumble. But I've also never seen a leopard fall out of a tree. They are incredibly well designed. I've seen some leopards sleeping in some very strange positions in trees, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. What is this impala doing here? His head is flat down. Impalas don't normally do that. They will normally keep a head up. Hey, visitors. But maybe this guy in the foreground is on lookout. It's unusual to see an impala with its chin down like that, though. Maybe he's very tired. I'm going to go back over to Chris and see how he's doing there with Marips the leopard.
Right, my reaps have gone into...
Mangala or Lalapa. I was very mucky.
Sorry about that. He's in some very thick stuff at the moment. I think if we just remain here, he's looking somewhat in our direction. He's heard something in the distance. He's just trying to pick up what it is. Now remember, he and Shasha had a bit of a squaffle yesterday. So I'm not sure if he's heard potential food or I don't see anything in the vicinity. But he's definitely listening out for something. We're just going to stay here for a bit, where we are now, and as soon as he's moved, we will reposition. So at the moment, just a few spots that we can see. I wonder if I literally move like 2 centimeters, if we would get a gap through the foliage, but just wait, he's just sitting up there. Literally, God, if we do like that drive now, see if we can actually start the car. See if you can zoom in now. Can see his chest. I reckon let's just wait it out. I think any further, it's just big, large fruited bush willow in front of us. Yeah, I think we're positioned in the right spot. I've just come from there and I didn't see anything, but he's obviously very interested in something there. But I cannot see anything. Inch for inch, look at this. It seems like it's something in this thicket here, and I wonder if it's not a scrub hare or... It's definitely not an antelope. Hello there, Nature Hugger. Nature Hugger wants to know if leopards will eat insects. I need to move a little bit here because he's... Keep it there. I think we're going to see some bouncing here. Let's keep it there. There we go. No, Charlie wants to know if they eat insects. No, they do. It's not the bulk of their diet. I've seen a young male like this once. You know, when after rain, these termites, these alates, these flying termites emerges. I've seen a young male leopard lick them up from the ground. And when it's just good fat and protein. He's after something here. No, he's lost interest. He has lost interest. I think it must have been something like a scrub hare or something small that was in this thicket. All right. Doesn't seem like he's going to hunt now. He's probably going to just lie there for a bit, but he'll definitely still spend some time here.
Peaceful surroundings, the nature. It's not something I can get in my homeland, so it's wonderful to be able to be live, you know, with you guys and feel like you're actually there.
If you want to go on safari with a WildEarth guide whilst honing your bush knowledge and of course featuring in one of our shows, then head over to our website.
With wild dogs, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. We don't always get to see those, so that's just been amazing.
Sign up to be a WildEarth explorer and you could be making your first ever on-screen appearance.
I wanted to be part of the support of WildEarth. It brings so much to everybody, and everything has brought so much to me, especially, you know, got me through some difficult times myself. I found WildEarth shortly before I was going to go through some things in my own personal life, and it's what got me through, and I know that's a story for many, many, many people, so it's important to me to provide support to that.
Identifying individual African penguins can be extremely challenging because at first glance, they all look the same. Identifying Duo, an African penguin with a double breastband, was extremely exciting for me. Less than 5% of the African penguin population has this unique variation in plumage. And I can't wait to share Duo's life with everyone on WildEarth.
Right, so Marips has found himself a puff adder that he's busy playing with, which is dangerous. I've seen leopards die from puff adder bites. I think he got hit on the paw. So he's obviously taken snakes on before. But at what cost, Marips?
I love being a cam op for WildEarth. The animals coming right up close to you, especially like lions. Sometimes you get nervous, but you have to go with the flow. My favorite animal to film is the elephant because of how big it is. But when it's really up close to you, it's one animal that you would say, I really respect you.
Welcome back from Chris with the Maries. One of the best favorite leopard of Djuma. We are having a brown snake eagle in front of you here. Craig just spotted something look like on his mouth. You still have an ant tail of a snake. It looked like he just swallowed something right here. Maybe now it might be completed. A brown snake eagle is one of the eagle, of course, that really love hunting snakes. We've seen quite a lot, really, especially down on roads, public roads. Any snake that run over a vehicle, the brown snake eagle will be the first species to really land and investigate. Going for snakes quite often is their main diet. Of course, you're seeing brown snake eagle in the area. Whoever petrify from snakes, you're always safe. You'll have these species that really love hunting and eating snakes. Same as the banded mangoes that Sailor today have just hunted and managed to kill one. The best security when you are around area where there's quite a lot of snakes. You're seeing banded mangoes. You know that it, of course, the one that can really go for snake. Doesn't matter how big it is. Sometimes you tend to see the banded mangoes take chances. I've seen going for black mamba before, and I'm not surprised they can go for anything. If they can go for black mamba, they can really do anything that might be in the area. So brown snake eagle is one of the eagle that likes to perch the highest branch of the tree. Today is a little bit in the middle of this open tree, just because maybe the tree itself is dead. You can see clearly when it comes to the ground. Amazing how all these eagles, when it comes to hunting, how actually get to see a prey species on the ground. Such an amazing thing. One day I was reading and also watching on the news, actually viewing the eagles, how actually get to spot the prey species on the ground. These guys, once they're in flight, anything that's on the ground, they really look, they check in infrared colors of anything that will be really living or having blood. It will blink on the ground and they will know exactly that it could be the mouse, that it will be snake. Due to the size and the body structure, it tells that it's something that can hunt easily. They're not going to land, of course, for a steenbok, a baby impala, because it's big. The size would be big. For mice and snakes, they'll really see them very easy from the ground. Even urination of all species as far as mice, if they're still fresh, they're blinking infrared. Then they know that in the area here, it could be something that's moving up, because the scent itself or urine is very fresh. Same as us, when we track and sell and track any leopard around in the area, seeing fresh tracks, we know that we suspect there's something here in the area. Why not the eagles? Why not the other species? Sometimes we think we are the only species that can read the ground. It's not only us. Lion do, leopard do. If we can see tracks, they can also see tracks. If we can scent, they can also scent. What differ in most cases, that we have a well-developed sense of smell. More than us, we are almost not good on that. But wildlife is so good, very good. It's patching in order to see what might be in the area. Maybe he's still hunting. You just catch a snake, and it might be the second snake. It's like the true eagles, they have feathers on the feet. That helps quite a lot. If a snake struck, it will get to the feet. It will get to the feathers. Of course, there's reason. If you look at all species that they really have, the true eagle, they have feathers covering all the feet. Is how actually they get saved on snakes itself. And they're very, very, there's the snake catchers. They know how to catch snakes easily. Even if it's a black mamba that can fight back, you tend to see these guys, due to the tannins that they have, if they claw, you know that it's locked on the species itself, and they go, because they can fly, they aim towards the neck, very close to the head, and just claw there, and the snake cannot able to strike. And we'll be looking back and see, okay, what might be sunrise. It brings quite a lot of activities around wherever he is. Alright, so as I went off air there, I just wanted to reposition. He was still on the log there. And as I look back, he just got down. And I mean, you saw that terrain, that thick grass. He's now just found a little spot in the shade. There is actually not really a visual there. I could not even see him with the naked eye. So I reckon that it's probably a good time then to move on. That's 3 leopards. We know where he is. He's probably going to sleep in that direct vicinity the entire day, so somebody could potentially return this afternoon to it and see if we can't find it again. Perhaps the visual would have improved. So in the meantime, I'm just again checking that area where Tlelamba went to, or into the block, just pass by, and we'll go check Treehouse Dam, and then from there we'll do a slow, sort of very easy bumble back northwards. You know what we haven't done yet, and I'm not going to do any now. I'll look for a day where we are not found by leopards all over the place. I really want to chat about grasses at some stage because it's such a vital and important component. There's a hippo out of the water. Look at that. Come, let's take a look. It's not every day you get that. Well, at least not yet. Right. Yeah, we've got a hippo. We've got a hippo. There's a hippo. Lekker. For a moment there, I thought it was something else. I thought it was something else. That's why I basically no, I thought it was the hippos with the horns, you know? And as you know, we don't broadcast those, but then I came around the bush and I could confirm it was definitely a hippo. That's nice, that's nice. Come on. Lots of flies around here now. I lose visual there on the guy. Hi there, Maker, and says this day is just getting better and better. Wow, I didn't expect this. This is quite late, in fact. Flies. I tell you, today's going to be an absolute stinker. It's going to be hot. And he's gone. Now, basically what's happened here is he's very likely went very, very far from the waterhole, or he was in another waterhole far away. And by the time the sun rised, he realized, okay, I'm a little bit far, so I will need to find the next waterhole, and that's why he's only arrived here now. But anyway, sure, I don't know what next. What's going to surprise us next year? I don't know. So my heart just went into a bit of a spin. I just saw him and I thought hippo, and I thought, yeah, we're going to hippo out of the water. And then for the moment there, it looked like a rhino. That's what I went like, nah. And then like, yeah, it's a hippo. All right, well, he's all but gone into the water, and he's just going to cool down a bit there, get his skin nicely soaked. And that's our cue to probably move on a bit.
All right, let's head over to Rexon, who's, I believe, with an eagle.
Welcome back from Chris. Good luck, Chris, seeing Hippo this time of the day, returning back to the water. That means good luck. It's one of the species that are rare to see. He's moving in the course of a day, most especially on a very hot day like today. We're back to this eagle. We got the details. You can see what is hanging on the mouth, although I can't see from my level more details, but it looks like a piece of snake, or it could be lizard that really still hanging there. It's just waiting. Maybe it's not the right time to sell it. You would never know. Maybe he's just waiting for a day to go on. He can finish on that. You know, they really prefer to hunt snake, as I was saying earlier on. This tells us, reveals that snake is being chow. It's still hanging there. It's not just something that I've stuck in your throat, in their throat. Not at all. He still really wants to enjoy in his own time. I believe so, that he's sitting there. If he really stuck, he will be trying to regurgitate it out. But mainly it looks like he's doing that for pleasure. He's not struggling with it. He's just reaction against eat snake and you, Craig, see what I got in my mouth. That definitely one of the snakes are hunters around in the area. Lovely to see that again. Of course, I really respect the species itself. It looks like he wants to complete. Unfortunate.
Look at that. It's amazing. Wow. Hey.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live.
Oh, that's cool. Just in there.
And the black mamba's going up the tree and the mongoose is attacking it.
Gonna pounce again.
Sure, you can all agree with me. It's not a bad start to our Wednesday morning.
Something that I have never seen before in my entire life that you are now watching live.
Look at that. It's just beautiful. Fantastic display by a little herd of springbuck.
How is this view?
My heart is in my mouth, everybody.
Amazing, they've locked their tusks together. You can hear the cracking branches.
It is so incredible to spend this time so close to an African penguin, and it's completely unfazed by my presence whatsoever.
How insane is that animal?
Amazing.
Awesome. It is fantastic to watch.
Well, now we've got a tug of war between mom and daughter, look.
I'm just at a loss for words. I mean, that's just incredible to see that.
morning. Male impala's just stood up and he's having a groom now. I don't think it's going to be quite as warm here today as it was yesterday. And there's a younger male at the back here. You can clearly see the difference in size of their horns. So this is a much younger male, maybe 2 or 3 years old. And they will link up with these older males, forming these bachelor groups. You see this? These 2 males down here, this isn't... It's not what they're doing at the moment, I don't think, but they often when they're rutting, animals use lots of different body language to communicate. So while lots of animals can sort of make vocal sounds, much of their communication is done through posturing and stance and body language. I think hyenas are one of the more vocal mammals, but they don't have a huge repertoire. It's not like they can create words or put different connotations on communication. So animals use lots and lots of posturing and body language. And this, I just saw one of them now, he's stopped now, but he was licking, a quick licking in and out of his tongue. And this is one of the ways they communicate when they're rutting. So when they're rutting, they will posture, they will stand with their heads high, and they will lick to try and suss out what their opponent is thinking or what their intentions are. And it's actually a really nice thing to watch when these any of these animals. They're actually, if you spend some time, they're actually incredibly easy to read, most animals. I'm sure lots of you viewers who've been watching the animals here for many years, you're also very able to interpret just by watching their body postures and their behaviors. I find cats are very expressive. You know, they will tail flick, they will move their ears, they will, their body postures will change. Also, elephants, if they're not comfortable, they will lift their chin slightly, their tail will go rigid, they will kink their tail. Two of the animals I find most difficult to interpret are actually buffalo and, as I've said before, these hippo. The hippo that you often see, although Chris, I think he just had a beautiful sighting of a hippo out of the water. I must admit, I am super jealous this morning. I am so jealous what I would do to be out there. But hopefully this afternoon I will get my exciting stuff fix. But hippos, because we don't normally see them out of the water, I find it difficult to read. We can't see what their tails are doing. We can't see where their head is in relation to their body, if it's dipped, if it's to the side, if they look uncomfortable. All you get to see is eyes and ears. And for me, I need a bit more than that to try and work out what an animal's thinking. But if you watch, and this is one of the nice things about not only dam cam, but also if you get to spend time watching these animals for a long period of time. Especially if you watch a group of impala. I know often guys say, there's millions of impala and there's just impala, but they're actually fascinating to watch. If you watch a big herd of impala feeding, it's very interesting to work out what they are communicating to one another. So I'm going to go back over to Chris and see which animals he is interpreting at the moment.
We are just bumbling like I mentioned, but there's something up ahead. There is something up ahead. Let me go and show you. So just approach them slowly. All right, let's just stop right here. Take a look at that. That elephant with that cyst that we saw, I think Rexon or somebody saw, was it Cedric? Well, they seem to be en route to the dam. We're just north of the dam, so that would be Djuma Dam. So they might go and say hello to Kelly. Hi there, Matt. I want to know if they breathe through the trunk or their mouth. Both, but mainly through their trunks. Mainly through the trunk. So they have gone into the woods. Unfortunately, going straight to Tumbeta. If they maintain their direction, and there are guests at the moment, or there's people there that I can see. So I don't know if it's guests, I don't know. But there's people moving there, so I don't want to go and drive along there. They're going to emerge very soon, direction Dam Cam, I think. Let's go around and see. Let's go around and see if we can intercept them there at the dam. It might take us a while to get to the dam. Let's go and check it out.
Hello, how are you?
We baba, swatike emsabeni. We baba, babansati banhlupha. We baba, abafika endlini yami. Awungathi bangafike ngathithimela. We baba, we baba. How city was a Friday, my darling. Was a Friday.
This is that one, I don't know if you've seen guys make soap out of the leaves.
Yeah. My sweetie. Was a Friday.
It feels amazing. So nice to see the people and interacting with everything, how it works with the cameras and switching with the vehicles. I like it very much. It's very cool. I decided to take a ticket to Dream. I'm a founder member, so the first time WildEarth needs some help, I did it too. and I think it's a nice thing to help them that they can broadcast every day here. My favorite parts of about today is to see Ribbon. I was surprised she was there. A pied kingfisher, I was looking for them the whole time. And the drive to the Milwaukee, it was awesome. My favorite part of WildEarth is the connecting people with the wildlife. I look every day, most 2 times, and you really get part of a family here. That's like very much.
So there we go, look. All 3 in one frame. Look at that, isn't that cool? Oh, that is so special. That is exactly what we had been hoping for, is all 3 of them to come together and make the perfect little family portrait.
Alright, so I've just moved around to that open area close to the dam, and those elephants were moving straight towards where we are now. I just want to sort of wait them out a bit, and then maybe we can get them drink. It would be amazing if we can get them drink. So we've got 2 angles. Then either dam cam or I can position in a slightly different angle, and it will be, we can perhaps, get 2 different angles if they do arrive in time. They should emerge in this open area relatively soon. I can hear them. I know that trees over there is, that tree line there is Tombetta. And I left them right there at the house, and they were definitely coming this way. You can hear them. Maybe they've just stopped to feed a little bit, but with this weather, I'm near convinced that they will come and drink. It's just a matter of time. Hi there, Safari Lover. Wants to know if can elephants display their anger with leopards? Yes, absolutely. They will chase them, they'll trumpet. And same with lions. They'll show them that they're not happy with their presence. Trumpet, shake their heads. And where are you, Jumbos? I think might be a good idea to go over to Kelly. She might have a different angle and she might see them. So let's head over to Dam Cam.
Kelly has got a different angle, but she can't see them yet. I'm sitting here waiting with bated breath to see if these elephants are going to appear. I'm guessing they're going to appear from not the open side of the dam. I can see your vehicle position far in the distance, but it's very exciting. There's a chance these elephants might turn up, and it's a really nice example of how we as guides tried really hard to work together. It's great to build good relationships with other people in the bush, because at the end of the day we all want to try and find exciting things and create special moments for our guests or our viewers. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to work as a team. Although I have been incredibly jealous this morning of leopards and hippos and brown snake eagles. It's really nice that Chris is trying to help me out here with hopefully anticipating which way these elephants are going to come from. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. It's quite tricky with the light sometimes here. It's hard to find a focus. But I'm guessing his elephants are going to be making their way down from this direction. So I will sit here excitedly. Yolanda, how do elephants find mating partners? It's actually, it's not like a lot of for a start, they're not monogamous, so they won't pick a partner and stay with that partner like jackals or lots of the birds will pick a partner and stay with that partner. What normally happens is when big bulls or when bulls reach sexual maturity, so sort of 25 plus, depending on which books you read, they will basically muscle their way into breeding herds. So the breeding herds, females and youngsters, and they follow them around either as part of the herd, or they might break away slightly and maybe follow a kilometre or so behind, and they will spend time with the breeding herd, and they will use their sense of smell to find out if those females are in estrus, so whether or not they're receptive to mating. And when they do become receptive to mating, then that's when the partnership will happen. It's not we meet up and we stay together and we stay partners. It's much looser than that in elephant society. So it's, as is often in the animal world, the males will seek out the females to pair up to make baby elephants. I still can't see these elephants. I'm actually very excited about if I get a first glimpse here. Maybe Chris can give me some sort of estimated time of arrival if he thinks they're going to make it through to the dam. Maybe he can continue to help me out here. Fingers crossed they arrive in time.
Nothing beats sitting around a campfire at night whilst on safari, listening to the calls of the wild and chatting to your guide. If you sign up to be a WildEarth explorer, then you can enjoy this from the comfort of your home. Imagine hearing bush stories from your favorite WildEarth guide and reliving their highs and lows of a life spent in the wild. Every month, WildEarth explorers will be treated to an exclusive fireside chat, special occasions, hot topics, and deep dives into the WildEarth characters.
everything else is just welling up inside of you out in nature. You know, some people think I'm weird, but I have an absolute joy. I have a good time.
Now, I enjoyed myself thoroughly today.
Wild Earth Explorers, it's in your nature.
To have gone through the operation and treatment that I had to have subsequently meant that I lost a lot of energy. And so WildEarth was brilliant to be able to sit down for the afternoon and escape. Being on a live drive at Djuma, just absolutely amazing. To actually be sitting on Djuma Dam is just awesome. I look forward to seeing any of the animals. I think it's so nice to be able to see them in their natural habitat. My favourite part for today has been going on a bumble with Lauren. WildEarth has been particularly helpful, and if anyone's going through hard times out there, keep going. You can handle it, and it will get better. The sun will rise tomorrow.
Guys, just watch what's happening. See, watch the elephants, watch the lions. See, the first ones to run are the cubs. Can you see them? They are right here. I'm not sure how scared you were, but I was quite nervous. But absolutely incredible.
Expect the unexpected here on Wild.
Alright, I think we might just be in business. I can see one elephant emerging. And another. They are gonna go quickly now. I think let's head to the dam. Let's head to the dam. This is gonna be epic. They're going quickly. They're gonna move right past Kelly's dam cam. Like literally right past the camera. Right, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be so nice. Lovely way to wrap the show up. We've got time, I hope. They're literally right next to the camera there. All right, let's just park. Let's park here. Alrighty. And there's a hippo.
Yeah, little bit forward.
Okay. They're gonna come and drink just now. That's just... Righty. Let the show begin. Well, actually end. Just lay right at the camera. Well, I think it will just be fair to link back to Kelly. I mean, she's been looking for stuff the entire morning on the Amcam, so without further ado, Kelly, elephants are yours.
Chris, I can't see your elephants. Where are they? I'm assuming they're going to come over the dam wall on the far right-hand side of the cameras, but I'm panning. I'm panning manically to try and pick up these elephants. And this is a really perfect example of what I really enjoy about safari. This is a perfect example. I've seen many elephants before, but it's the anticipation, it's the excitement, it's the not knowing. I've got no idea where these elephants are going to turn up from. So I'm panning, and I'm genuinely excited about seeing these elephants now, because it's the anticipation, it's the not knowing, and that is what every single, there's an elephant, yay! I've never been so excited to see an elephant. And it's genuine. You never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. No, don't go behind the tree. You never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And this is what I really enjoy about safari and about our jobs and about Game Drive, is the suspense. It's the not being in control. Sorry about the tree, but the elephants seem to be behind the tree. Okay, I think there's three elephants behind the tree. But this is I'm so excited. That little elephant just popped out there, and now he's gone back behind the tree. But this is what I enjoy. It's the anticipation, and hopefully all the viewers also enjoy there's a water buck now as well. So all the viewers, all of you out there, enjoy the anticipation. You enjoy the not knowing. It's not being able to predict what's going to happen next. So I'm going to continue to look at this tree and see if any elephants come out from behind it, and I'm going to send you to Chris so he can tell you where the elephants are.
Right, so there you can see that they are actually behind the tree where the dam cam is mounted, and that's why Kelly's probably not having a good visual. But there's more elephants coming down now, and that might cause some of them to move into view. Seems like they just chose that particular tree with a shade. So they can come down to the waterhole. I think we might run out of time. They certainly are feeding. Probably on marulas there. There's definitely a small marula tree there. Yeah, it looks like they're eating marulas. Some of the last remaining marulas around. So I think after that they'll probably come down and have a bit of a drink. Maybe perhaps even a swim. But unfortunately I think we will definitely not have time. Well, that was yet again another cracker of a morning. I mean, 3 leopards, elephants, hyena. I mean, it's just this last 3 odd days were just absolutely mind-blowing. You know, it's like, I know at some stage it's going to quiet down. You know, the law of averages dictate that. You know, it's going to go into quiet periods. But let's take it currently as it is. It's phenomenal. So join us again this afternoon for another live safari into the African wild.